2012, there was this movie that released called The Amazing Spider-Man. I was starting second grade. I was 7.5 years old. I remember, like, before I watched the movie, I just did not care about any superhero films. Like, I read the comics, I read some comics of Spider-Man. I still loved Spider-Man, but I just did not like to go to the movies. I saw the Avengers before The Amazing Spider-Man, but I remember I just did not care for superhero movies even after I watched The Avengers. But in the summer of 2012, my mom was able to get opening night tickets for The Amazing Spider-Man. And little did I know, like, after watching this movie in theaters, my life would literally change. Because The Amazing Spider-Man is literally the first ever like movie that made me care about superhero films and the MCU and Marvel and everything. I just remember being so amazed of this movie. I even got like the backpack of The Amazing Spider-Man for second grade. I even remember having all the toys of The Amazing Spider-Man, but unfortunately I don't have them anymore because a lot of personal reasons I had to give them away. But this is the first movie that actually made me like superhero movies. And I have The Amazing Spider-Man to thank for that. That's why when a lot of people ask me, like, oh, who's your favorite Spider-Man, Toby, Andrew, or Tom? My answer is always Andrew. Andrew is the Spider-Man I grew up with. Andrew is the Spider-Man I love. Then 2014 comes around. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer drops, and I'm excited as hell for it, and I really want to see it. And now I'm in third grade, and I remember once the trailer dropped, all my friends were excited, and I was excited. And I just remember one of my friends inviting me to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and for whatever stupid reason, I said no. And I think the only reason why I said no is because I wanted to see it with my mom. I saw the first movie with her. I love superhero movies now because of her. But for some reason, I just said no. Then opening day comes for the movie, and I'm excited because I'm thinking we're gonna go see it. So I'm just like to my mom, hey, like, are we ready? Are we gonna go see it? And I remember I was just so disappointed because I got the answer I didn't want to hear. Unfortunately, my mom was a single mom at that time, and we both couldn't go see it due to financial issues. So unfortunately, I could not see this in the theaters, and I would have to wait till it was like on streaming or on digital or on demand. And I remember, like, once opening night for The Amazing Spider-Man 2 happened, I remember the next day everybody in my school, my classmates, were all like so happy they saw it. They were like, oh, that was a great movie. And I just was so mad and so jealous, and I just blamed the world for my personal problems that were happening at that time. And it dropped, I think, on demand, and I was able to get it, but that just wasn't a good experience at home. I wanted that theater experience. But it is what it is. I was able to see it at home, but it just did not hit the same. But then, like, 2 months ago, they announced that every single Spider-Man movie, even the Tobey, Andrew, and Tom movies, are all gonna get re-releases. And theatrical, of course. Now, I didn't want to see any of the Tobey movies because, like I said, I just did not have that emotional connection with Tobey like I did with Andrew. So I didn't see Tobey's movies. And I already saw The Amazing Spider-Man 1 in theaters back in 2012, so I was just like, I'm not going to see it again in theaters. I mean, I already remember that beautiful experience I had in 2012 when I was 7.5 years old. But then I remembered that I did not see The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in theaters because of financial issues at that time. So this was the perfect opportunity to see it in theaters, and guess what? I did. And it was the most beautiful, amazing, emotional experience. Now, I didn't bring my mom with me because my mom was working and she didn't really want to go, so I just brought my brother, but that was okay because my brother saw the first one in theaters with me when we were both 7.5, and it was just the most beautiful, amazing experience I ever had. The emotions were just running through me. Were just a lot of moments where I wanted to cry, and the theater experience was amazing. Like, there was a lot of cheers, there was a lot of laughter, there was a lot of amazing moments from the audience that I had. Spoilers if you haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man 2, so if you haven't seen it yet, click out this video. The part where the kid is trying to fill in for Spider-Man while he's gone, but then the real Spider-Man shows up, like, I remember my whole theater clapped. Like even the meme where Aunt May was like, "Oh, we don't have no chimney," and Andrew's just like, "What?" Like a lot of my audience, like there was giggles and everything. It was just such an amazing theater experience, and I'm very grateful I finally got to see it in theaters for the first time ever. I never want to hear any Amazing Spider-Man 2 slander on here ever again because I love this movie even more now that I saw it in theaters. By the way, I did drop a review on my letterbox, so if you don't follow my letterbox, go follow it. The link is in the description. I even got the poster for it. By the way, I ordered the first poster for the first movie on eBay, so I'll have both of them either way. But yeah, this is just an experience I really loved, and I'm very grateful I got to see it in theaters. But yeah, make sure you guys go hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.